Have you ever been at a party where everyone is dancing, having fun, and you just stand there, frozen, wishing you could join? That's me. Dancing really scares me. It even has a name, chorophobia, irrational fear of dancing. In this video, I'll show you how I face that fear.
I wanted to go, but I didn't. I don't want to do that at all.
And what happened along that journey.
Honestly, I'm completely exhausted.
I don't think that I want to continue.
I'm hiding in the bathroom and I don't think I can overcome myself.
I was at a party recently, which almost never happens. I just stood on the side pretending I was fine. Then a friend asked me one question. Do you realize that this fear is still in part of your life? The next morning that question hit me. For years, whenever friends invited me to parties, I always said no and stayed home alone while they were out having fun. That question made me realize how often I cut myself out of moments like that.
I don't even remember when this started. I think I have always been like this, feeling super awkward in crowds and probably scared that people will judge me. The idea of dancing around other people almost makes me panic. And now I'm doing something I really don't want to do, but I know I need it. Even talking about it makes me feel nervous.
Here's a plan for the next 30 days. 2 or 3 dance classes per week. At least one party every week to see how awkward I still feel. 100% sober. I want to overcome this, not numb it.
I'm not doing this to become a good dancer, I'm not interested in that at all. I just want to stop letting this fear control my social life.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. In my case, that single step is to find and book a lesson. It sounds easy, but...
I was looking for a dance school, for a dance studio, and in my head was only one thought. Let's just stop it. No one will know. Just forget about it. It will be so simple. Just not to continue it. Yeah, I'm talking about it like it's something important, something big, something really difficult. But in reality, it's just dance. It's just take a lesson and go to the studio or some school and just do it. But I think you understand me. That's why you're watching this video. You know this feeling, and you maybe you even tried it before. I will do it. I will definitely do it.
I finally booked a lesson. It's a hip-hop dance. I chose it because it's the most popular here. Who is little dancer here? It's a private lesson because dancing in the group feels unrealistic for me now. Meet my teacher, Alexa.
This is your first time ever. Do you ever do other sports?
We started with a warm-up. Then we learned a few simple moves, like this,
Feels like you're stepping.
this,
Yes. Up. Slide.
and so on.
And step. Go. Slide. And step.
It's more difficult.
And step. Boom. And nice. Yeah.
Here's what we got in the end. I can't use the original music from class because of copyright, but this video isn't about dancing, it's about overcoming the fear. And honestly, keeping these shots in the video was a huge challenge for me. After the class, I asked Alexa why some people enjoy dancing right away and why for others it feels awkward.
When I start, I do feel shy when I dance in front of people, but when I dance, it gives me joy, actually. I feel so energized and I feel so happy that I want to do it again. Some people would actually feel energized by it. Some people would actually maybe not energized by it, maybe because they're energized by something else. And some people maybe don't know how to communicate the rhythm into body movements. But it depends on the person itself. If they think that they want to do it, they can. I think, of course, they can actually do it. But with longer time.
Longer time, okay, but how long exactly? I decided to research what science says. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change in response to experience. Repetition looks like impulses. That's how the brain learns and changes. In simple words, you can imagine fear like a stone. Every attempt gives your brain a new experience. The impulses repeat. Over time, the stone gets smaller until it disappears. How long will it take? Will 1 month be enough? Or maybe just 1 week? It's impossible to predict. One thing is clear, I still can take a group lesson, so I booked another private lesson at a different studio.
Actually, I'm nervous, as usual.
The lesson was almost the same as the previous one, just with less explanation, but the moves were harder and more confusing. Physically, I got really tight during the lesson, and I think that's good, but emotionally, I feel terrible. Like, what am I even doing here? I need to go now on a group lesson, on a first group lesson, and I feel super uncomfortable, like super uncomfortable. But I need to continue, need to push myself on that. I hate it. Let's go! When I came to the studio, I almost panicked. There were a lot of people, I thought I couldn't handle it and would leave, but I told myself I could handle 1 hour of shame, and during the class I was always checking the time, waiting for the end to come. The moves were way harder, it was hard to copy them, and it was impossible to remember them. I think hip-hop dancing is perfect for my goal. It feels really cringy, and getting over that cringy feeling is exactly what I need. It was much harder physically this time, I'm completely tired, but interesting thing, I noticed that no one cares, like everyone do their own stuff. I hope it's a progress. This is the end of the first week. Like I said, every week I have to go to a party and see how it feels. It took a ridiculous amount of effort just to push myself into the club. And honestly, it was completely unsuccessful. I didn't do anything. I walked around, stood there, looked around, but I couldn't make myself move even a little. I feel completely drained and ashamed. Why did I even start this? It feels like it's just not for me and I want to quit.
Well, obviously I wasn't ready for that. Today, like, I pushed myself just to do something, but yeah, not today. Hoping next week I will be more ready for that and do more.
So week 1 ended on a negative note, but I still have 3 more weeks with different dance styles. I couldn't bring myself to move at the club, but I decided to stick to the plan, at least 2 dance classes a week. This time I went to a group Afro dance class. I think I need more group classes to feel more comfortable at parties. The Afro class was awful. It was an entry-level class, and again I couldn't remember the sequence. Even copying the moves was hard. I started to think that dancing is just not for me. I feel humiliated. Back to my usual hip-hop, not my favorite, but at least it's familiar. It still feels weird, but compared to the Afro class, it was a huge difference. I could even say I felt almost comfortable compared to the last lesson. I still struggle to remember the sequence and keep up with the pace, but that's not the main thing for me. The main thing is I'm starting to feel less discomfort on the class. I realized during that lesson that I stopped feeling super awkward and almost felt okay. But in the end, when everyone dances in a small group and others watch, I still can't join. I still feel very uncomfortable with the idea that everyone is watching. I hope I do it next time. This is the end of the second week and it's time for another party. I have interesting feelings that I feel more comfortable communicate with other people, less awkward. It's actually awesome. I hope it will be even grow during my dance progress. I'm on the halfway and it's already some effect. Wow. I'm going to a club now, but today I'm not alone. Fabio joined me today. Hello. So I'm back at the club and it was the same story again. I walked around, stood there, looked around. I felt uncomfortable in that place and I just couldn't move. I'm hiding in the bathroom now.
Honestly, I don't think I can start today. Even though I know no one is paying attention to me. But I have to try, I have to do at least something.
So I went to the busiest part of the club. I decided to try and feel the music, even though I don't like it at all. At first it felt uncomfortable, but little by little I started to turn my brain off and just follow the rhythm. And you know what? It worked. I started to get into the atmosphere, relax, and my mood started to change. I think there's always some kind of switch. The hard part is to get yourself to that point. Then you get into a different state of mind, and no, don't get me wrong, I'm still sober, I just started to enjoy the process a little.
So, halfway of my journey is finished now. As you can see, I'm in front of club. I danced, was okay. I have to push myself very hard to that. It was really uncomfortable, but of course I didn't dance like freely. Still have some awkwardness a little, but it's much better than wow. It's much better than before. It's like completely something new, and I'm really excited what will be next. We'll see.
Strangely, this week few different people told me I have to try bachata.
Bachata is a partner dance. You dance close and move together.
And today one more person told me I have to do it tomorrow. Don't waste time, just go tomorrow. It will be awesome. I hope I can be brave enough to go tomorrow. Honestly, I'm completely exhausted, emotionally exhausted. I just want to lay down, don't do anything. But maybe, it's the best moment to continue and even increase challenge while I'm tired and less scared.
The bachata class was in the same studio, but unlike the previous lessons, there were a lot of people. And unlike hip-hop and afro, this class is actually really comfortable for a completely beginner like me. We start with the basic steps and only then we add something harder on top. And the feeling is different too. Maybe the hip-hop class helped because after about 20 minutes I started to feel more comfortable. And here I'm not just waiting for the lesson to end.
I just returned from the bachata class. It was actually okay, I even liked it. It's not so hard, it's not need to remember some huge choreography and combination of movements. It was for beginners and was good explanation. And really, it's first time that I liked dance. Who knows?
Another hip-hop class, like always, I couldn't keep up with the pace of the class. I noticed a clear contrast with bachata. Here I push myself just to keep going. In bachata, everything goes without pressure. But today, for the first time, I managed to dance with the group at the end. It was pretty uncomfortable, I still don't remember the order of the moves, but the main thing is I broke that freeze when other people were watching. But let's get back to this anomaly, that I actually like dancing. Like last time, we started with the basics in bachata. When you don't understand how to do a move, the women who've been doing bachata for a while explain it and show you how to do it right. This time the moves were harder, they were harder to do, and the biggest challenge for me, like always, was remembering them. But even with that, I feel great. Most people in the class are beginners, so you don't feel like something is wrong with you. You start from zero like everyone else, and you enjoy the process. And this week I noticed my focus shifted. It moved from pushing through the discomfort to the dancing itself. I realized that maybe, just maybe, I'll keep doing bachata even after my challenge. That's a completely shock to me. I could never imagine that at the start. I was feeling good after the class, and then I realized what I had to do next.
The end of the third week, I need to overcome myself again. I don't want to do that at all, but today I know that I can do it.
It was raining tonight, so everyone was hiding under the roof. But after that, same as last time. I had to push myself a little at first, and then it felt automatic. After the club, I got caught in heavy rain and decided to think about my journey.
Actually, I can't understand why people do that. Now I felt comfortable in the club, I danced, it was okay, but I just can't understand why people love it. And I push myself and do it for video, for get used to it, my challenge. But in reality, I've never wanted to live like that. Anyway, one more week and we'll see. Who knows, maybe I will like it. I don't think so.
In bachata, it keeps getting harder and harder, but it's still interesting to me, and my interest keeps growing. Alright, the last hip-hop class, same as usual. I couldn't remember the moves, but I danced with the group. There is no fear now, nothing to overcome, but I still don't enjoy it. I think I just don't like this kind of dance. I have zero enthusiasm, I'm doing it for video, and maybe that's why I can't remember the moves. Or maybe I'm just kinda dumb.
I'm really glad that I did it for a month, but I also really glad that it's over. Because I came here to beat this cringy feeling, and I did it, but I don't want to keep learning hip-hop dance.
Maybe solo dancing just isn't for me, but partner dancing really is. With bachata I feel completely comfortable, and somehow the harder it gets, the more I enjoy it.
So, it's time for the last dance in the party, in the nightclub. Let's go.
There wasn't any big pushing through, I just did what I had to do, and you can see that I'm not enjoying it at all.
Over the past months I got used to the discomfort in the club. Yeah, I didn't get comfortable and I didn't enjoy it. I just got used to it and I can move around like everyone else, and honestly club dancing doesn't really feel like dance. People are just drunk, move around, barely on beat, and don't get me wrong, it's cool that people enjoy it, but it's definitely not going to become a regular thing. So what's the conclusion? Am I just not a party person? Maybe I just need different kinds of parties. For example, I found Latin nights here in Bali where people dance bachata, a completely different vibe, and I'm really looking forward to try it. And concerts too, music that I really love. I went to one a few days ago and felt completely free, definitely because of these past months. In week 2 I noticed that I got more comfortable talking to people. I used to stay quiet in big groups, but in one big meetup I felt more free, more relaxed, and I even started conversations with strangers, which isn't usual for me. I'm sure that came from dancing, and no, I will not say that it changed my life, something like this, no. But it definitely had a positive impact on my social life. When I realized that I want to fix my fear of dancing, I told a friend about it, and he said I wouldn't dance in front of other people, even with gun to my head. And I was like, wow, it shocked me how common this is. We don't really talk about it, so it feels like we're alone, but we're not. Whatever your thing is, there are probably people around you going through something similar. So maybe we should be a bit more open about it. And the most important, I want to thank you. Without you, I 100% wouldn't done this. When I wanted to stop, talking to you helped me keep going. It made me feel like I wasn't doing it alone. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe it even pushed you to try your own challenge. Something you really wanted to do, but it scares you. Dancing or anything else, just give it a chance. It can be an awesome experience. And the classic YouTube thing, hit the like, and I'll be really happy if you subscribe so we can keep going together. See you in the next video.